Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and now that I am 50, I am eligible for a mammogram every 2 years from Ontario Health. So I have my little letter here, and I've already made my appointment. And I gotta tell you, I am more than a little bit anxious because I had cancer back in 2006. It was not breast cancer, but cancer is cancer, and thankfully I have been cancer-free since 2008, so yay me. But I am, as I said, more than a little bit anxious, and also I have heard some stories about mammograms being incredibly painful, but it's got to be done, so let's go do it. Just waiting to go for my first ever mammogram, so fingers crossed it's all gonna go well, and I'll let you know.
Can someone please explain to me why every single doctor's office I've been to in Toronto has a version of these awful faux leather peeling damaged chairs in the waiting rooms?
Okay, mammogram is done, and in all honesty, it wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it still was not pleasant whatsoever, but again, I think it all depends on your pain tolerance, and mine is pretty high at this point after all that I've been through. So it is definitely a massive pinch in an area that you don't want to be pinched in for sure, but now we just, I guess, wait. Okay, so I got the phone call that no woman wants to get after they get a mammogram, and that is that I have to go and talk to my doctor about next steps. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I have all of my fingers and toes crossed that it's just going to be a routine chat. But yeah, it's not the nicest feeling in the world, especially when they call you on a Friday and then you can't get in there until Monday, and they refuse to tell you any information over the phone, that if this is good news, bad news, whatever. So yeah, that's where I'm headed off to right now.
So I just want to share with you my family doctor's examination room. This is where I'm waiting for my results. And of course, the chairs are peeling and gross. The exam table is disgusting. There's an open syringe sitting there. There's an open speculum sitting over there. There's garbage and trash on the floors. The floors are filthy. It is just horrible. How is this allowed in medicine in 2024 in Ontario? What is happening?
All right. So after waiting for about an hour past my scheduled appointment with my family doctor, and this woman has been my family doctor for about 6 years now, so there should be no waiting time, no nothing. I am a known patient there. Anyway, so after waiting in that lovely exam room for way too long, she finally came in, turned on her laptop. So again, the whole time I'm sitting there waiting, I'm waiting for the laptop to be turned on. I'm waiting an hour past my appointment, and I'm really trying hard not to freak out. And she pulls up my mammogram results, slowly puts on her glasses, and then starts reading all of the big medical words, mammo, whatever, normal, blah, 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 normal, blah, 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 normal. So everything was freaking normal. Absolutely nothing to be concerned about. The girls are absolutely fine. Which ticked me off because on the phone, I was told I had to come in ASAP to talk about next steps. Now, as someone who had cancer before, of course I'm going to freak out. Please also keep in mind, they called me on a Friday and I could not get in to see them until Monday. So I had a whole weekend of absolute hell and anxiety and all of this for what? For nothing. It's very easy to simply say on the phone, please come in. We'd like to talk about your results with you. There's nothing to worry about. Something like that is fine. And how I know that they can do that is because whenever I get my cervical cancer screening, I am told the results on the phone when they call. So why is it that they can't tell me the results of my first ever mammogram, especially when they know I actually have a history of cancer? Clearly it's there on my file. This woman has been my family doctor for about 6 years now, and it is very difficult to find a good female family doctor in Toronto. I have no idea why, but it is. And so then when I did question this and asked, why couldn't you have told me this on the phone, or at least said, like, what are the next steps? What was this talk of next steps? Yeah, the next steps to get one every 2 years. That's literally the next steps. That's literally the information I was given. Insanity. Total insanity. Anyway, clearly, I have already been looking for a new doctor for quite a while. And for me, this was it. This was the final straw. I'm done with that doctor. I can't anymore. So I hopefully am going to be able to find a better doctor soon. I mean, this is also the doctor that when I went to her, again, she is a older female doctor. So she's clearly gone through a lot of stuff with her own health and her own body. And when I went to her to talk about perimenopause and menopause and how I'm just having a horrible time with all of the symptoms, and asked, hey, can we just try some HRT? And I was told by her, now, I only do HRT as a last resort. Like, what does that mean? What's the last resort? Like, I have to be committed because I'm feeling so suicidal? What is the last resort? I don't understand. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, this was my last resort, and I am done with this doctor. So fingers and toes and everything crossed, I will be able to find a new one, but absolutely, go get your mammograms, go get your cervical cancer screenings. Please do all the things that you can do to make sure you're healthy. And if anyone has any tips, tricks, or anything for menopause-related symptoms, please share them down below, because getting a little bit desperate here.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.